Alright, Green-Black Elves. If you haven't seen this deck before, this is one of the many wonderful deck lists that you can find hiding on my website. This is an archetype we've played a few times before and iterated on a little bit. We've got Beast, Whisperer, and Vanquisher's Banner as ways to generate lots of cards to draw. And then, unlike Modern, in Standard, you actually activate Clancaller fairly often because it will live for you. And then we have 4 copies of Ochran Assassin. Is probably the card we get asked the most questions about. But because this deck puts so many creatures into play in a lot of matchups in Standard, you tend to get into very large board stalls. And Ochran Assassin lets you break that board stall because everything has to block this and the rest of your team kills them. So... Ochran Assassin's also like a pseudo removal spell in a lot of ways because everything they have has to block it, so you get to pick which one you assign your death touch to. And in the case that you have like a lord effect to make the assassin bigger, it like kills multiple things. Can I donate here for a deck on your website, or should I go through the submission page? No, if there's a deck that already has a page on my website, you're welcome to just donate for it. That'll be a-okay. If you're sending something in and saying, "Hey Jeff, play your preferred build of this deck," that's fine. So this hand doesn't currently have a second land in it, but Llanowar Elf lets me cast Druid of the Cowl. And if we hit a second land on time, we get to play the Nurturer on 2, which is absurd. Maybe some kind of blue-black artifact deck, KarnTezz perhaps. Blue-black control, please. Which blue-black control? Wicked Twitch? I guess that one. I guess I should be. I need a descriptor, probably a little bit better descriptor. And thank you for the biddies. I appreciate it. The KarnTezz deck, or something else. All right. So a little bit behind since they gobbled it up. Yeah, looks like the opponent's likely playing Sultai KarnTezz. Which that means they probably have access to Ritual of Soot or Phyrexian Scriptures. So Elvish Clancaller is actually free with Nurture in play because this adds mana equal to its power. So this adds 2 power to the Nurturer. My mom didn't raise the smartest crit of the cookie jar, but 2's greater than 1. What's going on, Captain Command? So the support. Alright, so they got the scriptures off here. Are they dead? Not quite yet. You're great at your job. Keep it up. Pointy finger. Thanks for the 4-month resub. I appreciate that. Thanks for the 3rd of a year. Welcome back. So next turn, this is gonna kill all my stuff. Romk, thank you for the brand new Prime support. Welcome. And there's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine. So right now I'm attacking for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I could technically draw a bunch of cards here. I could play this Beast Whisperer, which puts this up to 5 power. I think I just want to draw a bunch of cards here. Just like gas up Post Sweeper. Oh, I can't make black mana for this. All right, well I hope I draw another elf I can cast here. Drawing cards by people play Magic. You're not wrong. All right, so the hope here is that my leftovers post scriptures are going to be good enough here because I'm only hitting them for 7 now. Hope you and your family had a good time over the holidays. McCarver, thanks for the 4-month tier 2 resub. Really appreciate that extra level of support. And yeah, the holidays were really wonderful. Christy, it's gonna be an exciting 2019. Christy and I are closing on a new house on Thursday, and I have a moderately big announcement tomorrow that I'm pretty excited about. Should be fun. Means good things for the stream, hopefully. It's stream related announcement, not personal related announcement, Aaron. That's unfortunate. It means I'm not going to be able to generate more card advantage with what's in my hand. I figure that it's what the Magic community is used to, right? Announcements of the announcements. This is our last Whisperer. They just put a card on top, so I assume he's dead.
I battled with the forces of good. Allow me to introduce you to a friend of mine.
It's a real big construct you got over there, opponent. Oh, they conspires the assassin to negate its effect, basically. That's awkward. Interesting that they did that instead of making another construct here. Yeah, Swarm has the ability to give menace, which is relevant. The client does. My opponent has 41 cards. Tilt. They might actually take Song of Freyalise here because it makes me extra mana, which is like pretty good. It's about announcement. I have something to share tomorrow. It's exciting. It's exciting for me. Y'all might not be excited, but I'm excited. I think I like taking the song there. Like, slows me from vomiting my hand out potentially. Please be cookies. I love cookies. Thanks for the biddies, Captain Command. So do I banner here and then hope to draw more cards? Or do I just like Swarm plus Steel Leaf? Jeff's getting 2 more monitors and we'll stream both simultaneously. I think it's probably just banner. Yeah, it's possible I should have played the Swarm Guildmage first, so that way I could have had an active next turn to have Menace, because Menace would be really good on this board.
A fabulous choice.
That's really weird. I think they made a mistake. They should have definitely down-ticked their card if they had a Phyrexian Scriptures to play out here. I think they definitely should have down-ticked their Karn if they had a Phyrexian Scriptures to play out. Because then I'd be dead next turn. I think we're dead regardless, but they would have, like, definitely killed me the following turn. Woof! Insult to injury. Alright, so... Big ol' pile of Assassin's Trophies to get in my deck. I don't know if any computer can handle memory leaks from Arena and Mono at the same time. Deck building streams. I do not do deck building streams. Personally, I find deck building on stream really annoying because it just devolves into a bunch of people like screaming bad card ideas at me. I also don't do limiteds. There's a lot of great people that stream a lot of good limited stuff. Numot does some limited. I believe Professor Knox does some limiteds. Savitz does some limited. This stream is all constructed all the time. So Poison Tip Archer is good against sweepers. I guess, so Izoni's normally good against sweepers, but their sweeper is Phyrexian Scriptures, which exiles my graveyard the turn after they play it, which makes this far less good. Oh, I should bring in the Immortal Sun. Yeah, the Immortal Sun should be in my deck. They have a ton of Planeswalkers. Mistakes were made. This hand has 2 tapped lands, but it's definitely got keepable spells. Oh yeah, Durward does good stuff as well. He also does limited. Durward's like peak MTG content on Twitch. There's a reason why he's the biggest Magic only person. Joyous Farm, thank you very much for the sub gift to Rooney. I appreciate that. So probably Nurture next turn into a couple of Clan Callers the following turn. See if they have, we might get just like Craving Tear. Or Cast Down or Trophied or something. Yep. These Fount of Renewal slowly ticking them in the opposite direction that I want them to go. Have you tried Pelt Collector? We have. It's pretty unimpressive. You just don't have a lot of things that can make it bigger, and it just like has diminishing returns very quickly, and then you have to like draw Pelt Collector in the mid to late game, and it feels real bad. So if they hit a Ritual of Soot or, you know, Moment or Golden Demise here, we're a little bit sad, but otherwise we're in a pretty good spot, especially with the Poison Tip Archer gonna get in there to make their sweepers worse. So Poison Tip says here, whenever something dies, they lose life. So if they hit a sweeper at this point, we get to drain them a bunch. Yeah, the opponent's playing an iteration of the Sultai Planeswalkers deck that we played a bunch on stream before. Goes the weasel. Do 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 do. So just want to make sure I fix not having Immortal Sun in my deck. Probably cut another Swarm Guildmage here. How many creatures that leave me with? 30. That's plenty. I've not tried Whisperer and Green Black Elves in Modern yet. Standard control deck that doesn't have Carnage in the 75. I mean, none of the control decks in Standard right now have played Carnage in. So like any of them, like just Jeskai or Grixis, we played Grixis Dragons a bunch. You can find a few different things on the site and on If you want a tier 1 deck, Jeskai Control is definitely one of the best decks in Standard right now. Bantfog actually plays, and that's more of a combo deck, but Bantfog actually plays KarnTezz, right? Oh, that's true. Some of the iterations of Sultai do, but that's more of a fringe deck. Yeah, Jeskai and Grixis, neither of those play Karni team. Man, these check lands have not been kind to us. Our hands so far have just been like mono tapped lands, and we only have 4 of them in this deck, right? There's like 4 Woodland Cemeteries. Kind of brutal. Especially in a matchup like this where we're trying to be aggressive. Yeah, Bantfog is definitely getting some toys in the new set. I've got a copy of Bantfog in the queue to play on the first day we get to play with the new cards. Rough. Rip Immortal Sun. There's lots of terrible things that aren't redundant or consistent that kill on turn 3 in Modern Scarfed. Made it live. Teresa, keep up the great work. Jared, thanks for the 3 months. Welcome back. I appreciate it. Love the content. Keep up the good stuff. Grave Key, thank you for the 3rd of a year. Welcome back. Hope everyone out there's having a good Friday. TGIF, welcome to the weekend, folks. Let's actually play this and start pressuring them next turn. What's going on, Greasy? I think you need like a touch of interaction in there. So this attack here hits them down to 16. I think even if they hit a sweeper next turn, even if they hit Phyrexian Scriptures next turn, we'll still be in an okay spot jamming here. So they're going to 17, and I have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 power in play right now. Ritual of Soot. Dead. Just dead. Them's the beats. We actually hadn't seen Ritual of Soot out of the opponent so far in that match. That was game 3. They had just played Phyrexian Scriptures, so I don't think it's worth playing around Ritual of Soot. And honestly, even if they have it, like with their life gain enchantment in play, I kind of just need to put things into play and attack them. Yeah, I agree, Alcohol. The Grixis deck we played yesterday actually felt really, really good. I like the configuration that it had. I'm super excited. There's going to be a ton of really good Grixis decks, I think, once we gain Blood Crypt. The problem with Grixis in this current format has been, like, you want your Grixis deck to be base black-red with a blue splash, and, like, not having a black-red shock land has really hindered that. God, just these tap lands are killing me, chat. Just so brutal. These hands, like, aren't mulligans, but, like, they're definitely awkward. Basic Forest. So we're dead. Excellent. Control's very good in this current format. Has a lot of good tools to line up well into a lot of different things. Overgrown Tomb. Better late than never, I guess. Like, play a Nicol Bolas this turn and I could never win. People like drawing cards. This is an aggressive deck that gets to draw a bunch of cards. I should have done this pre-combat to play the Elvish Clancaller out, because it gets an extra point on here. There's a good chance they have a removal spell or a counter spell anyways. No, so I missed a point of damage here. But I think it is correct. Yep. Yeah, I agree. Engine decks are a good time. The fury of getting to flip through a bunch of stuff is great. Is Sarkhan underrated? He's fine. Sarkhan fixes the wrong half problem that the interactive decks can have a lot of the time in Standard. In Magic in general, which lets you, like, filter through your correct, to get to the correct mix of things. I mean, decks don't play mechanics, decks play magic cards, so, like, if there's a magic card with that mechanic that fits into control, sure. The language of the overlay is based on your language settings in Twitch. So, whatever language your Twitch is set to be viewed in, the overlay will match. Still $50 for me to brew deck. For Magic Online decks, it's $50. For Standard on Arena, it is $25. Bounce my 6/5, eat my Clancaller, take 5. Brutal. About brewing in Legacy. Not doing Legacy brews currently. Don't know enough about that format to sign up for that. Alright, so Beast Whisperer's dead, and this game's probably over. Yep, no problem, Rocks. Vinemare is very good against Grixis. Izoni's very good after they kill a bunch of our stuff. This is not a Swarm Guildmage matchup because they're not blocking our things. It's a Duress matchup, probably. Could pick their sweepers out. Excuse me. Whew, pick the sweepers out of their hand. I guess they had Ral. Grixis usually doesn't have a ton of planeswalkers, though. Is it a Mortal Sun matchup? Or Poison Tip's probably better than Assassin for sure. I don't know if I want a Mortal Sun against Grixis. I don't think I do. This hand's, like, in the range of, like, its lands and spells that are keepable, but, like, we're not super excited about it. They're probably going to pick us apart enough with thought erasures and removal spells we just play anything. Akaya might be a sideboard card in Standard, but I don't see that card being reasonable enough in Legacy or Modern. I don't believe Dragons is currently on my website. I actually might put it back on my website with the list we played yesterday. Yeah, Grixis. I actually took Grixis Dragons off my site because the last couple of lists we played felt really bad. But I think I might put the list from yesterday back up there. That's a good idea. Kaya is good in Modern, sure. I don't believe you. Willing to eat crow on that one, but I believe, I don't believe you. Kaya is really slow. Three mana is a lot of mana. My green-black opponent salted off and used all 4 timeouts as Esper Amulet as I shredded their hand with dispersal copy 4 times. So I attacked them down from 17 with my Chromium as a 1/1. That's great. Ritual me, baby. That's better for me than Ritual, I guess. I like just can't even attack here. This attack might be bad. I don't know. They're like certainly playing Ritual of Soot, so like taking the Bolas out of play is kind of appealing. But this means if they have a second Bolas, I don't have lethal this turn. So Joyous, as a heads up for the asking about the build around deck list, I don't actually build the decks on stream. I just play them on stream. That usually when I'm building around a given deck idea, I usually take some time to do some research and look at existing deck lists and stuff like that. So when the new set comes out, we'll probably have a few of them. I think I have like 2 or 3 build arounds in the queue already, and the full set hasn't even been spoiled yet. Did you single-handedly die to Vinemare? This card's really obnoxious against blue-black. They just, like, literally have no answers to it, because they can't even block it reasonably. Since it can't be blocked by black creatures for some reason. What build rounds have I gotten so far for the new set? You can see them all on my stream decker, or on my deck queue on my website. Vinemare's not amazing against Golgari. Golgari has all of those explore creatures that just like get in the way of Vinemare. So like if you have a deck that can like keep the green creatures out of play, it's fine against Golgari. Like they can't interact with it via removal spells, obviously, but like it's far from unblockable against Golgari. Let's draw a land, shall we? Let's gamble. Magic the gambling. Yeah, the Twitch extension that one of my subs set up was quite awesome. Oh no! Oh no! They know about our greed and our secrets, chat. They know about our greed and our secrets. Huge fan of the content. Thanks for all your hard work. Great to finally sub. Been lurking for a while now. Put these towards my 4-color super friends. Will do, Wolfie. Thanks for the biddies. I appreciate the support. I will be on at some point this weekend, by the way. I don't have weekend streams on my schedule yet. I need to talk to my boss tonight and find out when she's okay with me working. Ding, ding, ding. Who's excited to get Golden Demise next turn? This guy right here. Survey says she's dead, Jim. Ooh, no land drop's really good for us. Yeah! Look at how lucky I am. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Rude. I just want to draw magic cards, opponent. Sure. Losing Izoni kind of sucks here. Oh, they took my castable. Okay, I like it. No gamble, no future. Get tricked. Wow, this counts tokens too? I guess I'm just jamming this next turn. There is nothing but professionalism on this stream. In case people were wondering what it takes to travel and play Magic professionally, I would like to show you Exhibit A. The old one-lander into play, Izoni. You have a dead weight? Fungal infection. Okay. Okay. Can dig it. Fungal infection's pretty good. Yeah, Ritual of Soot and Gold Demise both kind of mediocre with what we have in play right now. I don't want to just jam this into a counterspell. This is going to be my follow-up for Post Sweeper. I'm also going to hold on to the Overgrown Tomb for now, because they play like a Nickel Bolas next turn. I'd like to discard it. The problem with that idea, Turkin, well, I think it's a great idea. There like isn't really a 28 by 28 pixel picture that can relay that message. Read. So even if they had like a Star of Extinction here somehow, like they're still just dead to the Poison Tip Archers. That's a concession reborn. I just stumbled a little bit too long here. So sideboard punched the clock and went to work this game. And like, that just highlights so well why best of 3 Magic is just one of the most important things to Magic to me as a player. Just like having the ability to fix the variant that happens just as part of Magic, whether it's a bad matchup or bad land draws through the course of playing best of 3 is just something that I really love. How are we doing, folks? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you're at in the world. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I stream full-time here on Twitch. I'm here playing Standard on Magic Arena every afternoon, and I play some Modern and Legacy on Magic Online every morning during the week. If you find yourself enjoying my content, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the people that keep me employed here full-time. I wouldn't be here day in and day out without their wonderful support. Past subscribing, you can also support my stuff by checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors. The Nerd Rage Gaming Championship Series is a tournament series in the Midwestern United States that is $5,000 cash tournament every single month in 2019. Their next tournament is going to be on January 12th. If you can't make it out to the Midwest, you can also follow their tournaments online at twitch.tv/NRG series. Cardshere.com will love to help you turn your cards into other cards direct to their players. There's no haggling, and they just take a 1% fee off of the top. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience using code Jeff12. You can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, and bags with them there. You can upload your own custom artwork or choose from the wide range of custom artwork they have on their website. And of course, I'd like to welcome everyone out there to Hoaglandia. Thanks for dropping in here today. I know there's a lot of great people out there on Twitch, and I appreciate you spending part of your time here with us. We are, I think, 1-1 with Elves now. Heading on into our next match, drawing some cards with some Beats Whisperers and swarming the board. Card Sphere is for paper Magic the Gathering cards. So they help coordinate trades easily between players. Sorry, the flicking the cards is probably loud. Need to restrain myself. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. The announcement tomorrow is not WotC related. It is, however, stream related, though. Do you need a land? I do. Alright, so what do I want to do here? I think I do this, and I think I play Overgrown Tomb. Just easy pass back here. Hope they don't have a removal spell for the Beast Whisperer and just get this going. This is a matchup where Ochran Assassin is really, really valuable, because this is a matchup where the board tends to come up a lot. Portillo's is a sponsor now. I wish. I do love me some Portillo's. All right, well, we're really hoping this Beast Whisperer gets to untap next turn, because it's all we've got going on. Subtle, thank you for the 2-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Are you hiring an intern to help you edit? What's going on, Beetle? That is not it. All right, do you have a trophy or a cast down, or do I get to untap and draw some cards here? All I want to do is draw some cards. Draw some cards. Draw some cards. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Under your turn, your creatures get. So if I play this, I can then play a forest, then play an assassin off the Beast Whisperer. And this will give me more mana next turn as well. So next turn, all of the creatures I have in play right now will be able to tap for mana thanks to my song. So I'm gonna have 10 mana next turn to draw through my deck. And by that I mean I'm about to get finality and die. How much democracy to spoil the contract, to spoil the announcement early? A lot, because it would put me in breach of contract, which would be very expensive. Oh no! Don't kill my song. My people just want their voices to be heard. The song is okay. It's definitely a little bit clunky at times, but I think it does something that you're interested to do. Like, we've played this archetype with both 4 songs and we played with both 4 songs and 4 banishers, and 4 of either of those feels too clunky, so the split feels pretty good. Do I hit them with everything here? If I hit them with these, I get to kill their Llanowar Elves. So like I'm trading Assassin for these 2 and hitting them for 6. I think I'm okay with that exchange. It's like both their creatures have to block the Assassin, and the Assassin eats them. I'm like, I have another Assassin next turn, right? So like next turn, I'm hitting for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, you're right. They could have tapped the elf for mana before blocks. That's a good call. All right. Don't cast Manamorphose into Siege Rhino. Ha-ha! Nope. Sultai, Hulk, Sultai Moldrathel will still be coming up later today. Alright, so this is definitely a Poison Tip matchup. This is an Izoni matchup. This is an Immortal Sun matchup. Definitely all those things. What do I want to trim? I feel like I want to cut my Steel Leaf champions just because they're kind of expensive in terms of mana when I'm like trying to cycle through my deck. I'll need one more trim here. Guildmage is actually really important in this matchup because Guildmage can grant all of our creatures menace, which lets us break through board stalls, similar to the Assassin. Dorky Dad Media with the brand new tier 1 sub. Thank you for the support you've given. Welcome. I appreciate the sub and the bitlies. Yes, yeah, we are beta testing Modern on Magic Arena. We're playing green-black elves, just like in Modern. That's exactly what this is. Are we allowed to use our tier 3 subs for build rounds? Yes, Squirks. Tier 3 subs can be used for standard build rounds explicitly because they are 25 just like the tier 3 sub is. that is not it, Beetle. Holy gosh, we have 2 untapped lands. This is I don't even know what's going on. We've had so many turn 1 tapped lands with this deck so far today. It's been brutal. Raidana! Can I put this towards a modern deck? I know it's Q-based, still doing the online forums. It's been a minute. I mean, I can bump a... You mean like bump a deck in the queue? You are welcome to do that still. As always, 100 bits or more can always move a deck up that's in the queue. Oh, geez. I totally forgot we were getting Craterhoof Behemoth-ish. That card's gonna be sweet in here. Like a one or two of for funsies. Basic forest OP. So they drew Overgrown Tomb for the turn, otherwise they would have played it out sooner, most likely. Jade Light, sure. So if I draw a land... Oh, Vivian. If I draw a land, do I just play the banner? I think I just play the banner here, actually. Because they're far more likely to be able to kill this than the banner this turn, right? Because they're only going to their... Excuse me, their 4th land. Gross. All right. Wait, do they not have a land? Do you just keep Ritualist on top of your deck and not have a land? Oh, they do. Okay. I was about to be very confused. And like, this dies to Ritual of Soot, but like I draw 2 cards. So like, do they even want to Ritual of Soot next turn? They don't, right? Like if they Ritual of Soot next turn, just 1 more to get on the leaderboard. Thank you, Dorky Dad. I appreciate it. So like, if they Soot, I like have Beast Whisperer and Banner in play still. I kind of would rather they Soot than kill my Beast Whisperer this turn, honestly. So I think now I go gonna have to try harder than that, Dad. SROs with the leaderboard. So I think I just play this on Elf and then like play Elvish Clancaller out here and like draw 2 more cards. Because like again, even if they're killing my stuff here, like I'm just drawing more cards, right? No, Banner is not legendary. It's real good. So like, if they Soot, they trade their Jade Lights for my board, but like everything on my board is drawn cards basically. And like, next turn I go Beast Whisperer, draw 2, Clancaller, draw 3. This deck is such gas when it gets going. For a good time call. Like, what do they do? Vivian, kill my banner? Sure. You got me.
The wild wasn't meant to be contained.
Yeah, you got it. The next elf will only draw 1 card. The one after that will draw 2 though. Oh, that's a good one. We're gonna... I think we... Oh, can I do both? Do I have 8? Yeah, I totally have 8, don't I? Yeah, I do. Standing for blue-white tempo? I am. I love me some tempo decks. So, like, now, if they wrath the board, they're, like, taking a bunch of damages, too, which is just fantastical. Soot me, baby. Soot me. I keep my 2 best creatures, and you take, 12. Go to 5. Oh, sorry, I counted 2 each. Sorry. They take 6. 6. It is just good, clean living, basically. And, like, even once they clean up, Izoni's gonna be great. This is good. Race for Jeff. Someone beat me. This is free content. Let's keep them employed. Thank you for the bits, Dorky Dad. Oh, that's true. If they finality here, I could be in trouble. Like, I see soot in my face, so that's the one I'm thinking about. But you're totally right that this could be finality. And, like, if they soot here, I keep Poison Tip Archer so I can crack into the Vivian, and I stick Izoni and make a bunch of tokens. Bits are 1 penny is 1 bit, so 1,000 bits is $10. Man, I almost... Oh, cast down's bad for me. Cast down means they can cast down the Poison Tip Archer here. I need to put them in a position where they have to sweep next turn, basically, I think. I miss the original Hillglad Fire. We've become a touch more civilized in recent years. So even if they like clean sweep my board, this Izoni's gonna come in. Like they can like trade boards here, right? They can like cast on my Poison Tip Archer, soot my board, Vivian my banner, but then I've got a bunch of cards in my hand. So I have a very limited number of places that I can put the Stream Decker thing on the screen. You should be able to click to disable the Stream Decker on your side if it's getting in your way. It's basically just gonna block something no matter where I put it, because there's cards pretty much everywhere. We even have a Beast Whisperer. Wait, are they sooting before they cast down? Are they gonna soot without cast downing the Poison Tip? Holy crap! Triggers. Did you see the mousing over the Poison Tip Archer, like as they realized what was happening? Alrighty then. You heard this one. Oh, I just love it. I just love it when a sideboard plan comes together, okay, chat? It's just my actual favorite when a good solid plan comes together. It's like, don't mind me, just got swept. Still have 6 cards in hand. Have more lands in play than the mid-range deck. Yeah, they're in a lot of trouble. They're down to 4 here. Like I haven't even played my trump card. I haven't even played the one that's real good. We've been going with elves for a hot second. I'll probably play 1 or 2 more matches after this one. I think this is our 3rd. Yeah, they could have. I thought they were going to cast down the poison tip and then soot to stay at the high health total. I think they were still behind regardless of what they did, but they're definitely more behind at this point now. That was a fantastic set. There's probably going to be some sweet Abzan aristocrat style decks in the next format with Archer, because Archer triggers on tokens too. So the Orzhov mechanic will probably be really good with Poison Tip Archer. The red-white tokens deck is the same one that we played on stream previously, or close to it. I forgot to upload a list to it. How much to get you some elf ears for the next event you go to, and for you to play Bogles? You're a monster. Maloney, thank you for the 4-month resub. I appreciate the 3rd of a year. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. What will they do with existing 5th cards? Well, existing 5th cards don't exist. Any 5th cards that you open at this point are sent to the vault. All right, so I'm not sure how this matchup goes for us in general, but I think this game especially, having double 5/4s on 3/4 is probably gonna be pretty good for us. Pretty fantastic. That being said, Runaway's team can hear, especially if they have like an experimental frenzy, could be it put us in trouble. I have 7 Llanowar Elves with the same art. And 2, yeah, the same cards being in multiple sets is really awkward on this application. They'll be doing another card wipe? No, they're not doing another card wipe. How did you get card wipe out of what I said? There are no more wipes. Wipe free is the way to be. We're kind of winning this race. They need to kill the Swarm Guildmage because this can gain me life. Also makes other things bigger. The scary part here is they can start pulling mana off these Runaway Steamkins now, so like they might just vomit their entire hand into play here now. This is game 1 currently, yep. Currently the first turn of the game. No blocks. Kill me. We're very dead. Runaway Steamkin too strong. Please nerf. Please nerf, Watsy. Runaway Steamkin too strong. Deathgorge Scavenger sounds great. This is not a Vanquisher's banner matchup. We're not going quite that big. Assassin's probably a little bit slow. I think I need to cut some of my stuff and become a little bit interactive here, because they're probably the better linear deck than we are, I think is what it comes down to. Runaway Steamkin might be the most aptly named card in the set. Maybe I want Duress just to like pick apart their removal. Nah, I don't think so. Yeah, let's not. Vinemare? Okay, I could see Vinemare maybe being better than the Assassin even. I could see that. One elf, 2 elf, 3 elf, 4. I mean, that's what makes one of the standard format. That's what makes the standard format great, James, is that, like, there are so many different powerful things you can be doing in it. Like, the things my deck is doing are strong, things my opponent's deck are doing are strong. There's different control decks and aggro decks. You know, there's Adanto Vanguards and Tefris and KarnTezz Tyrants. There's a lot of great things in a lot of different directions you can be doing in this format. It's very, very well balanced. High-powered, well-balanced formats are the best formats in TCGs, in my opinion. All right, well, they missed their second land drop. So let's get Scavenger going here. Gain some life. Gobble, gobble. I don't know what worse mana leak is. I know people have been talking about something that they spoiled, but I don't know how much worse it is than mana leak. I don't really care about creatures in my graveyard. Is there any upside? Is there not? There's not like a cycle or a miscalculation or anything like that? Mana weak. Mana weak is just an A+ name. Can we just appreciate the name Mana weak for a moment? Because that's what it's being called on this stream moving forward. So because they didn't attack with this, I'm actually going to go ahead and exile a instant or sorcery this time, since it attacks as a 4/3, so their 2/2 can't trade. It also makes this smaller, right? I mean, Mana Leak also costs 2. It's just counter unless it pays 2. Alright, bumble and die. Now we have to try and win a game on the draw, which is really difficult. Someone mentioned Vinemare, and I think I like that idea a lot over this Assassin. Seems very reasonable. It raises our individual card quality a bit, which is nice. Yes, in Kaladesh Standard, we played Mana Weak, and it didn't even hit artifacts. Awkward. I think this is probably good enough. Just like 1/3 into 5/4. Probably like stats I'm interested in having in this matchup. Thorn Lieutenant's very good in this matchup, because even if they kill it, it leaves behind a 1/1. Which is fantabulous for us. So we'll probably curve Lieutenant into Steel Leaf Champion here now. So it's not strictly worse than Mana Leak, because you could be in a situation where you have exactly 5 mana and you have a Lightning Bolt in your hand and you need to trigger Prowess on your creature to deal lethal. So you Lightning Bolt your opponent, Mana Weak your own spell, and then pay for your Mana Weak so your original spell resolves, but you get your Prowess triggers. Which is why strictly worse is generally never true, and you should never use it. Just so everything's above the board and we understand. Strictly worse is basically never the condition you're working with. Take it out of your vocabulary. I'm not going to attack with my Elf Warrior here because it's dead. I'm not going to attack with it because it's dead. Very easy. Cancel can't be strictly worse than Counterspell because sometimes your opponent's gonna have Chalice of the Void on 2. Listen, I can go all day. I've played a lot of Magic. I've been in a lot of situations, okay? Come at me. Come at me. Is technically not correct. It's not technically correct. Every burn spell they spend on a creature that's not Deathgorge Scavenger is really good for us. I never realized how much I enjoy the Strictly Worse game. How about that challenge? Well, so mana burn no longer exists. Is there an instance in which... Huh, that's a tough one. That's a genuinely good one. Jif peanut butter is strictly better peanut butter. There's a good example. You bring in Thief of Sanity in all the mid-range and control matchups, basically against everything that's not aggro. It's good against combo decks like Amulet as well. Well, we've stabilized this game really nicely here. Especially if they don't have a way to answer this. Is that why Jif tastes so good? Because it's got a bunch of sugar in it? That makes sense. That explains why this Jif is delicious. This stream's in no way sponsored or endorsed by Jif, but Jif, if you're out there, it certainly could be. Ugh, vomit. Quiznos can't be strictly worse than other sub shops. They all went out of business. They don't exist anymore. We actually just got a Firehouse subs in Bloomington recently. They're quite, I like Firehouse subs. They have a good veggie sandwich. Peas Stauber. Alright. So we're like hoping to dodge the old experimental frenzy at this point. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Alright, so they need an absurd frenzy this turn. Sweet. Got it. Definitely got a little bit fortunate there. Opponent drew some lands in their mono red deck. They're like half lands. Here's one thing that will never be welcome in my channel, and this is directed to the person I just timed out and everybody else that's watching, in case you ever might think you want to do it. Never come into my channel and insult another content creator. If you're not happy with the content somebody's producing somewhere on Twitch, there's no need for you to announce it in their channel or go out into the rest of the world and announce it. You can simply change the channel and stop watching the free content that you're currently consuming from them. Take some of that negativity that you're using to degrade and detract from something someone else is making and use it to put some positivity into the world. The cost of living in Bloomington, Illinois is super cheap. How much for a rant? Thanks, Dorky Dad. I nearly timed you out on instinct. We've been running good today. Let's keep this hand. Ha-ha! Yahtzee! What percentage of standard do I think I have on Magic Arena? There's a third-party application that tracks it, actually. I have, last I checked, I think I have all the commons, uncommons, and rares, and I'm missing like 30 or 25% of the mythic somewhere in there. Yeah, that's why I explicitly said Illinois when I responded to you, because people often just assume Indiana when you say Bloomington. Isn't that the entire point of bad reviews? This isn't a place where you post bad reviews, though. This isn't Yelp. This isn't Google Maps. People aren't coming into my channel to read reviews of other streamers. Yeah, you are strongly encouraged to speak positively about other streamers. That's great. Remember, those other people streaming on Twitch are basically my coworkers. Don't sling poop at them. When other people are successful on Twitch, it's good for everybody who streams on Twitch. Yelp, but for streamers. Yeah, exactly. I'm new to Magic, and I'm wondering why nobody brings Branchwood Armor in the mono green versions of this deck. So the problem with a card like Branchwood Armor is that individually it's very weak. So generally speaking, for cards to see constructed play, you want them to be individually powerful. Wow, why would they counterspell that and not the Beast Whisperer? Yeah, Brad Nelson's been really good. Wyatt, I watched a little bit. I haven't watched all the MPL streamers yet because a lot of them have been streaming Limited, and Limited isn't really my forte. But I've caught some of Brad after I hosted him the other day, and I watched some of Wyatt McDarby the other day while I was eating dinner, and his stream was very good as well. Wyatt Darby, there you go. Thank you for the correction, Brad. I should know names. That's something I should learn. All right, dear opponent, don't cleansing Nova me. Although I guess if you do, I have 7 cards in my hand, so I won't be like super upset, but I prefer if you didn't. Cedric streamed for like 90 minutes last night. That's interesting. Was he streaming Arena? Because I know he really didn't like Magic Online. Cedric had like a bigger hate boner for Moto than I did at one point. Yeah, so this kind of screams settle, right? So how deep do I want to go? I mean, they're all great Magic players, but being a great Magic player doesn't automatically mean that you're going to be a good Magic streamer. It's just the facts about it. So I think it's worth pointing out, like, when one of those players who's obviously a great Magic player is also doing well at streaming. Leave back Lieutenant, yeah. I think I want to leave back... Do I send in just her? No, I don't think so. I think I'm going to make mana with her and play this. And draw a couple cards here. Yeah, the Sultai Hulk Muldrotha deck should be linked in the deck queue, something close to it. Yeah, it might just be buff Thorn Lieutenant to a 10 power creature and smack with it. I don't hate that line. Holy crap, Jeff. I just came from a streamer who mumbles and you're so loud. Time to go find the volume button. What's going on, Brecken? Hope you're having a good one. Because, like, they can't even counter this, really, right? Because if they counter this, I just, like, get a free pass to attack through. Honestly, I might attack with most of my stuff here and just make them have the settle. Because, like, if they settle me, I, like, get more lands, and then my Vanquisher's banner's extra good, right? Yeah, I think if this happens, I'm actually going to make a mana with this, activate Thorn Lieutenant, and then, like, attack with these. Oh. Well, now I drew that. I think I'm just gonna do this, right? I think this is lethal, right? This is 16, 19. If I attack with the Clancaller too, it's actually lethal. It's 16, No, wait. This is 1619. It's lethal without attacking with this. All right, I'll leave the Clancaller back. Right, this is 16, this is 19. Yeah. So if they give me 4 lands here, I think I'm okay with that. Uh, 90 should get you a good chunk of it. In my experience, to get literally every card in the set, I'm gonna need to pick up somewhere around 200 packs or so, 2 to 250. So to get complete 4X, to get just the playable cards, remember, I'm basically a meme streamer, so like I have to have copies of all of the cards, even the ones that basically aren't gonna see constructed play, because we're gonna play them in constructed on this channel. Yes, yeah, having starting wild cards will be a good jump as well. I love what I do here, but I like to put that asterisk in there because, like, when I tell people, like, you need, like, 200 packs to get everything, a lot of people, I think, don't realize that I mean literally everything.
Right on schedule.
Yeah, 200 packs per set, correct.
Take a time out.
Really? They tucked that one? That's the one they're going with? Huh. I guess she was lethal all on her own, huh? So I'm attacking for 11, 15 at the moment. Alright, so let's send these up here and send this to kill.
I won't let you
That.
Do you want me to phase you out of time?
Do you want me to phase you out of time? As a blue player, the amount of card draw makes me uncomfortable and happy at the same time. I'm gonna hold on to Llanowar Elves for the time being. I'm gonna discard Assassin. Actually, I'm just gonna discard the 2 lands here. So I'm pretty likely to draw more lands next turn when we start drawing things. So, like, they need a sweeper here. And even if they have a sweeper, I've got, like, a banner and a handful of gas. This set of games we've played today has been really impressive for this deck, I think. I think this is probably on track to be my pick of the day so far. Really liked a lot of the games we've played. Assassin out, Swarm Guildmage out, probably Song out. You need one more cut here. If you had to bring this or mono green, what should I prefer for the tournament? I greatly prefer green black. This is card for card the Elves deck list that you'll find on my website. My website in general is my preferred configurations of things. Yeah, this is one that we've played a number of times before, and like when we iterate on things, the ins and outs become easier because I've thought about them more. Like every time we play it, we like think about the sideboard more and like adjust. Like so far after playing all the matches so far today, I don't have anything that I would want to change in the 75. Pretty happy with what we're doing. No, I don't think I want Trophy in the sideboard. Is Vinemare weak because it dies to Clarion? Maybe. That might be true. Is it right to bring in Night in Autumn against Elves for the banner? I think it depends on your deck list. Maybe trophies are better than the Vinemares. I don't know, the opponent's deck doesn't always have Excellence Binding in it either. There's a lot of different iterations of Jeskai control and a lot of different answers they can be playing. I'm not sure I understand the Guildmage in this deck. It's the punch through board stalls is the idea. What's an elf ball? Elf ball just means elf ball is a bit of magic jargon that refers to an elf deck that draws a bunch of cards, basically. Huh. So, I think I actually just want to play Clancaller here. And if they counter this, that means they're slightly less likely to have a sweeper. I think they're countering whatever I bleed on here if they don't have a sweeper. I really want to draw a Lantern so we can get the Immortal Sun. Rats. Alright. Dead to 5 mana Wrath. Lyra, interesting. Awkward that I don't have a 6 mana. Almost said noopsie poopsie there. Now that they're confirmed to have Excellence Binding, I'm definitely gonna bring in 2 trophies, I think. I don't want to overload, but some amount of them would be good. Yeah, if we'd have hit a land there, the Immortal Sun would have cranked my Steel Leaf Champion up to a 7/6. We would have gotten to smash through the Lyra, which would have likely put us in a good position to win the game, since we'd be drawing 2 cards a turn from there. But especially if they've got counter spells in their hand right now, we're likely going to lose from here. Just a little bit too far behind. That hitting the sixth mana source that turn was kind of like our make or break moment. It didn't have to happen the turn they jammed the Excellence Binding, but the turn they jammed the Lyra, I think it needed to happen, or we're just going to be too far gone. Afternoon, Captain Jack. How you doing? They might tap out again, that's true. And like, I think there's a good chance that post-board their deck has fewer counter spells in it, just because they need more cards to interact with our board. I think if you like the type of gameplay Bant Fog generates, it's a very good deck, and it's likely going to get a lot of good improvements with the new set. So it's going to gain both Simic and Azorius cards. Listen, Captain Jack, as someone who has tiny Screecher creatures, I would encourage you to sleep till 2 PM as often as you can, while you still can. Man, missed a land drop again, huh? No Reclamation Sages in R75. You can find a deck list on your screen via the Stream Decker widget. Alternatively, you could type !deck in chat to get a direct link to the deck list. Any thoughts on Absorb versus Ionize versus Sinister Sabotage? I think generically in the format, Absorb will be the most powerful of them if you can cast it consistently, with Sabotage followed by Ionize. Being able to gain life in your answer in a control deck's a really big deal. It's basically a 2-for-1 against aggressive decks. Are we sweeping my board? We're not. Weird. So they have Subtle Wreckage here then? That's what this means? I think I want 3 lands. Really? Okay, interesting. Did it just do the end of turn bug on me again? Where it just like put the end of turn button where the damage button would normally go before damage? Got it. Thank you, Magic Arena. Thanks. That's fine. We're probably losing this game anyway, so I don't think it really matters. You gotta be careful. For whatever reason, it shouldn't put the end of turn option up before I've had the damage animation happen. Settle my wreckage, baby. Got it. Couple of trophies in, a couple of Vine Mares out. I'm actually gonna bring in the last trophy too, since they brought an angel as well. This leaves me around 30 creatures. Now, I think they had the Settler Wreckage likely that entire time, and they were just saving it for a lethal attack, which seems like a good play. Seems like a good way to go about it. I don't know. I think I keep this on. I would definitely mulligan this to the draw, but I think I keep this on the play. Nurture plus Beast Whisper are really good together. With a 2-drop, this hand's great. With that many creatures, they look like synchronized swimmers. That's great. Banner. Alright, huh. I think I lead on Whisper here, because they're likely to have a counterspell this turn. Really? Okay. Interesting. Don't Clary on me. That hand kind of sucks. Yeah, people think true random refers to an even distribution of things, when in reality, true random has a lot of variation in it. All right, so I'm gonna keep my one that's already in play. So I played this one out. I just cast this as Green Divination here. I'm gonna go ahead and attack with just this one. So I'd rather not get my Beast Whisperer Settle the Wreckage here. Yep. Two drop. Rough. Not sure. It was Divination that pumped up one of my creatures. Wow, I actually think that's kind of okay for us, huh? I'm gonna play this because it demands a sweeper all on its own. Yeah, I'm glad SCG's doing more standard. It doesn't really have a direct impact on me though, because I'm not gonna be playing really any SCG events this year, I don't think. I think whatever small amount of paper events I do will probably be Nerd Rage tournaments, since they tend to be closer to me on average. Would you play Banner in Merfolk? I don't think so. The Merfolk deck doesn't tend to draw a ton of cards. So like by the time you get to Banner, your hand's gonna be kind of empty. But I guess just the Anthem effect could be okay. I don't know. Maybe it's worth trying. Yeah, I grew up in the south suburbs. Like Oak Lawn, Alsip, Blue Island, those suburbs. Read. I mean, like, It's like really easy to like look at this board and go Reclamation Sage would be a good addition to the deck, but like when we're sitting here staring down these cards, but in general, I think Reclamation Sage really doesn't solve problems that we have. Also this card's more flexible in my experience. Oh, maybe I should have left black up so I could duress them. I wasn't thinking about that. Yeah, I think I should have left a black man up there to duress them. Just like if they have another cleansing over here, I'll be sad. If they have Deafening Clarion, that card doesn't even actually do anything at this point because I have like I guess it kills these four, but like it doesn't kill either of these, which are the ones that we care about. We've got huge tracts of land. So here's something that's good to think about that a lot of people don't think about very often. It feels like we're flooded here, but one of the things you really need to consider when you talk about being flooded in Magic is how many cards you've seen total. So while I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 lands in my hand, I've actually seen 25 cards out of my deck this game. So I'm actually not really flooded. I've actually drawn a statistically an approximate right percentage of lands for the number of cards I've seen out of my deck here. Yeah, and there's no guarantee that like we would have found it otherwise, right? Yeah, so your duresses get better. Your duresses get better over time. So there's no reason to be super aggressive with the duress when you could hold it till later before you play your answer. So by holding the duress until I draw a card that I want to resolve, I'm more likely to take a counterspell out of their hand. So my hope here is that while my mana is down, they double Clarion to kill the Lieutenant, which gives me a window to take over the game with Izoni.
Trust me, you'll thank me later.
Are they gonna tuck this and then Clarion the token?
We need to move quickly.
So the cards Duress is taking often doesn't really mess with people's curves, except in very specific decks. A lot of the types of cards that Duress is taking from people are cards that are probably reactive more than anything. I mean, my opponent did draw 3 cards here. So, like, sure, they top decked a Teferi, but, like, in reality, they had a lot of chances to see it, right? Alright, so if this resolves, it draws me a minimum of 3 cards, even if they have a sweeper for it right away, because it draws me a card from the Vanquisher's banner, and I'm going to sacrifice 2 of these bugs here to draw 2 more. No, I think Izoni's too slow for modern elves. Skip to the good part. I could have whispered, but that's much worse against a card that kills all my creatures, Genesis. So we're hoping to draw, we have 2 more copies of Assassin's Trophy and 32 cards here. They are going to get to mow down some of my insects here, because they get to draw 2 more cards here with Nib Visit, so they're going to kill 2 more of these. Why would I banner on Insect? That's nowhere near lethal, and my opponent can Chemister's Insight still. Why would I banner on Insect? What is that? What is that accomplishing? Alright, well, this Izoni drew us 5 cards, so... Immortal Sun's a pretty good one to have coming. $27 cards in my deck. What am I doing? Man, am I gonna deck here if I play this banner? If I play this banner, am I gonna deck out? I can't kill the Teferi, so I'm gonna hit them to 7. Since I can't kill the Teferi and I have the Immortal Sun next turn, I think I just want to hit them. I tune into a billion things on the stack. Either the beer's hit early or it's a Hoogle stream. What's going on, Boomer? Good evening. Be going for a bit yet. I'm going to do this is our last match with the Elves deck. This is game 3 here against Jeskai Control, and then we're going to be rolling right along. We've got at least 2 more decks tonight, but if our numbers stay good, I might run a little bit late tonight. Need to make up for some missed time. Had to take, what was it, Wednesday off because I was sick. Hey, Stonal, thanks for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine with that. No, I think the situation where we're close to decking is not one you build your deck around. Mugget, thank you for the brand new Prime support. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks this way this month. So the reason why I chose to attack them rather than the Teferi last turn was because if I couldn't kill the Teferi anyways, the Teferi's going to get shut off by my Immortal Sun next turn, so it doesn't really make sense to attack them. Yeah, if you're drawing every card in your deck and managing to not win the game, you should probably reassess like what your deck's doing. Or like accept that like you hit one of the outlier situations. Why Pumpkins with the 5-month resub? Thank you very much and welcome back. I appreciate that. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Alright, let's use these Unclaimed Territories. I forgot Immortal Sun makes all my spells cheaper too. That's great. Our opponent's playing Jeskai Control. Yeah, we are ahead, and there's the Assassin's Trophy that we knew we had left in our deck. One of the many good cards we were drawing to here. So you need to discard 2 cards here. We'll discard this and this. There's been like a Niv Mizzet in this game. Yeah, the bot is baiting people that didn't read the stream rules, Sonal. They might be able to draw enough cards. This Niv Mizzet dumpsters our board. No, I don't really like playing best of 1 Magic, so I haven't played any ranked this season, because the ranked is only best of 1 this first season. Yeah, the elf deck's a lot of fun. So they're gonna get to deal 6 total here, because they can Chemist's Insight twice. I wonder if they'll attack me with Lyra. What rank am I in Warhammer? Hey, Zerico, thank you for the 3-month resub. I appreciate the quarter of a year. I am gold 1, Division 2, I think. It takes forever to climb up the ranks in their ladder system. How many cards are in their deck? That's a good question. There are 14 cards in their deck. They actually have fewer cards in their deck than we have in ours. So a viewer sent in a donation to see this deck played, but this is one of the many decks from my website. So when we have a deck that someone sent in that people take a fancy to, they often say, hey, can I donate for you to play your preferred iteration of this archetype? Oh, this is really good. This is a good use of Deafening Clarion for them. So they're gonna need to go ahead and probably deal an extra damage to one of my other things, and then clear some other stuff away here. So I could theoretically kill them this turn, right? They're going to 12, and if I kill their blocker plus play enough other elves to make the nurturer big enough, I think they should have made. I think that was a punt on their part, not killing the nurturer. There's 16 cards in my deck, so I can cast 8 elves here. So Clancaller is going to be summoning sick. This has been a crazy game. I agree. Yeah, I want to play Poison Tip Archer decks. I want to try and sequence in a way so if they have a counter spell, they're incentivized to counter something that's not Assassin's Trophy. What Warhammer game was I talking about? So last summer, a company called PlayFusion released a Warhammer trading card game that has a paper and mobile version. So it's called Age of Sigmar Champions. It's the mobile card game I play on my tablet at the gym. Do I have any Duress left? That's a really good question. Yeah, I totally have 2 Duress left, don't I? That's a good catch. There are two Duress left in my deck. So I should draw to that before I trophy this Niv. That's a super good suggestion. Opponent must be having connection issues or something this game. They've used their burn timeouts a few times now. I actually don't want to play the Beast Whisperer because I'll be in danger of decking out. The Stream Decker, the Deckmaster overlay extension doesn't update with stuff you board in, unfortunately. So there's 3 Duresses in my sideboard, and I boarded all 3 of them in this matchup. No, you deck whenever you would go to draw a card, but can't. So you can deck out at any point. I need to keep up mana for Assassin's Trophy and the Duress to cast it. Holy crap. Hey, Dimas, thank you very much for the brand new Prime sub. I appreciate that. Welcome. All right, 6 cards. 2 of them are Duress. Audio is kind of distorting. Sorry about that. They're gonna like have the what's it called card, the something deals damage to a power. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. All right. I'm not crazy. There are in fact 2 copies of Duress in my deck. Seal away. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Let's just get that one on out of there. Assassin's Trophy, that blocker. Hey, Maxim, 6 months. That went by quickly. Thanks for the half a year. I appreciate it. Thanks for keeping me employed here. They only have 2 mana up. They only have 2 mana up. Oh, I guess this could be a seal away, huh? Man, what a crazy end to this deck. That was really fantastic. That was, man. So this is definitely the deck of the day. I think I still have 2 more decks to play today, I guess, but like it's gonna be pretty hard to top. We had like a bunch of crazy sets of games with the elf deck. We beat a lot of sweepers and stuff. So if you haven't seen this deck before, this is one of the many decks that you can find on my website, jeffhoagland.com. You click standard decks at the top. You'll find this Elves deck and like a dozen other sweet things. There are decks up there that I think are not only interesting to play, but are also pretty competitive. They're decks that you can definitely log in and win matches with on Magic Arena. If you're looking for something that's really fun to play in the standard format, I highly recommend this. I don't really have any suggestions for changes. This is card for card the list that's on my website. And we've played this list probably 5 or 6 times now at this point. We've kind of iterated it to what we have in front of us, and I'm pretty happy with all the slots that we have in it. I'm not going to do a full shill in between here, but the audio is distorting a little bit, so I'm going to restart Magic Arena really quick before we start the next deck. Thanks everyone for hanging out today.